Well, good morning, guys. How you doing today? Dave in Kentucky here for another shave, and we're going to highlight a razor. It's a Gibbs razor, the adjustable. It's a favorite of mine. I got a new one in because I got one in better condition than the very user grade one that I had previously. I have some coffee here, so excuse the slurps, but I'm still trying to wake up. We're also going to be using the trifecta of Pasteur's Alchemy, made by Holy Cow, and we also have the splash and the EDT. We'll whip that up with our Graydog Quilt brush with a brown Maggot synthetic, and we have a fresh Wizamet blade. Here's the razor. Came in a nice case, and this is one of the older models. I'll say now that the professional, or one that knows most about these adjustable razors in my mind, is Claudio down in South Africa. He's Clouds on a lot of the forums. I'll have a link to his blog that has a wealth of information, especially with regard to these razors. He helps me to appreciate, when I was reading there, that there are probably 3 models of this particular adjustable, although they do have another adjustable model as well. There's a no number. It's kind of like the rubber set brushes, the 400s. You've got a no number, and then a number 3 and a number 4. Of course, those were not the diameter of the knot in the brush, but they were the loft. I don't know the difference in these, the numbers, because all the razors for the most part are the same, but underneath them they have the G with the Gibbs logo. This one has no number in there. Some will have an NO15 or NO17 model. What I found out about this model is this one is one that does not come completely apart. You can put the blade in, but that's it. A lot of them will have a turn-off handle, and I'll just warn you now, it's going to be a little longer video because we're going to show how to modify the blade to put in the Gibbs, and how I do it at least. I have a brass turned handle by Claudio, as well as I forget the gentleman's name. I think it's Tim or Tom. I can't remember. In California, that did this copper one for me, and I appreciate that greatly. My apologies for a poor memory. Anyway, I won't be able to use either of those on this because this one does not thread off like the other models do. And are able to replace that, but still a great shaver, and there are things you can do if the handle breaks off. Maybe I'll come across another one down the road. I really like this one. It has the little red thing. Some have taken the red top off of a pin to replace if theirs was missing. Mine was missing. The lettering wasn't crisp, and I never got around to replacing that enamel red paint in there. Just nice condition. So I got this one and sold my other maybe too soon, so I won't be able to use those handles now, but we'll press on, right? Let's see. What we want to show you is, if you notice the little nubs here, you take the barrel out of the bottom, and you'll notice, see those holes that these 2 slots fit in. Well, they prevent you from putting a modern blade on there, razor blade. And so people get hole punches, put them on the ends. You're not going to get them perfect. There are little plastic adapters I know that you can get. I've had them. The simplest method for me is, the bottom line is, you just need to take a hair off of each side of this blade. A little bit off of this end, a little bit off the other end, and then you set it in there, and you just have to eyeball and make sure that it's even back and forth. Let me go ahead. I got to hold it down here to do this, but I'm going to nip this off. One side, 2 sides. I want to watch where the metal goes, is why I had to hold it down there. So you'll see I just nipped off a little bit off of each side. And hopefully I got enough off And of course, because we're doing this on camera, probably not. Almost enough. Let me take just a hair more off of it. All right. Again, it's not much. Still has enough there to hold the blade together. But now it will sit in between there. So you just want to put that on there. Now keep in mind, this rod, when it goes through, is going to center it. Okay? And then all you need to do is kind of look and make sure you have it straight. And then put the barrel in. Keep it loose enough that you can eyeball it. I'm going to call that good. So that's it. That's all there is to modifying that blade. And you can see, probably can't see, it's not the best camera, but anyhow, I kind of eyeball the distance between the blade and the safety bar, as well as the top cap. I pay more attention to the hole you see, the light you see between the safety bar and the blade there, and you can eye that up and get it straight. Anyway, that's all it takes. There's really not that much to it. I've used those plastic inserts, like I said before, but it changes the gap. It raises that blade up, and so it changes the geometry of it. These are great shavers, and we're going to enjoy our shave today. So let's go ahead, wet the face, and get to getting some soap loaded here. Keep those slivers of metal over there for now. Water's still running a little cold. And as it clears the pipes and works its way to me. So how are y'all doing today? Hopefully you're starting a good Sunday. It's early here yet, probably about 5:30, something like that. All right. So the Gibbs razors can go for some pretty pricey money at times. Like I said, I got that user grade one that I had and had for a few years now, and enjoyed the great shaves with it. This one came along, better condition. The price dropped to where I thought it was reasonable enough. I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger and get that. Little did I know about the handle situation, but you know, you live and learn. I'll keep my eye out. Maybe another one will come along down the road. Meanwhile, I like this one, the condition of it. I like the case better than the plastic case that I had for the other one. I think what keeps a lot of people from using the Gibbs is they worry about the blade modification situation, but as you can see, it's not that big of a deal. I put mine up for sale, the user grade Gibbs I had, on the DFS forum, and nice member bought it pretty quickly, and I hope he enjoys it as much as I did. I may end up selling the handles I have here made, but I'm not ready to let go of them quite yet. I may come across one that I can use it for. Alright, so this dial, it starts somewhere between the 6 and the 1, and where do I have it spun the wrong way now? Anyhow, I'll loosen the handle there, and we're going to turn this up past neutral. I usually shave around the 4 mark, so we're just past 4, and snug that up again. Gets the gap. I've used this, not this model, but just got this yesterday in the mail, but I've used these before all the way up to 6, and they're very smooth shavers. Again, this is a Wizamet blade, which is my preferred blade. I just have a ton of them, so that's what I use. So I was pretty bummed at first about the handle, but it's a gorgeous razor. Some change the handle because they want to change the weight. It's a very heavy razor. And changing to the brass does make a difference. It's nice. I just enjoyed the other handles to be able to change them out for the copper and the brass, just for the aesthetics of it and how it looked. But never had trouble shaving with it with the original plastic handle either. There you have it, first pass. Probably ate up some time trying to explain a little bit about the razor and the modifying of the blade. So it'll be a slightly longer video, but not that much longer. Because as you saw, it's not much to do to adjust that blade. I should mention too, there's one that has, it's like an anodized, they're aluminum, so they're even lighter than these plated ones that are brass, but they have a different color to it. It's a gold color on the metal, and so if purchasing one, be mindful of that as well. I've not owned one of them And so I don't know how they shave compared to these. But I imagine the shave is the same. It's just a lighter razor, but I am assuming the geometry of it is the same. I think they've re-released this. This is the original release of Pasteur's Alchemy. I think they re-released it. Holy cow, did. This was what, the buffalo milk or donkey's milk or whatever formula. So it's not their newer formula. But it's still a great, great soap. Got a lighter load than I normally get. So the lather's a little thinner, but it's very slick and comfortable still. Especially with this razor. Nice. Just on the jawline there, which is a problem area. Nice, very good. Yeah, very happy with the shave. So, very happy with the purchase of this one. Let's hit it with the, what do they call this? Aftershave lotion or aftershave splash. I know they have a toner and different stuff. And before I head off to services, we'll hit it with the EDT. Don't need that right now. But anyway, there you have it. There's the Gibbs razor, the adjustable, regulable, I think you call it. Regulable. Anyway, again, no number on it underneath there. On this, they have a number 15, a 17. There's also an anodized aluminum model that's kind of like a darker gold color. Anyway, they are amazingly smooth shavers all the way through the number dials. I'm not big on adjustables. I just find a spot that works for me and I shave the complete shave with it. Some people like to go up and down for different passes, and that's fine. Like I said, I use mine just about a little past number 4. You find it quite comfortable, and it holds the blade steady in there, secure. The dial doesn't turn on it. If you find one that's in good shape and for a reasonable amount of money, I know there's a few on eBay right now. I think even one from France, and they're north of 200, I guess 200 up to 300 and something. That's kind of crazy. You can find them occasionally for reasonable prices. And so this one came from Turkey. Very happy to have gotten it. And that's it. That's the shave. Hope that helped showing how I modify the blade. It's not real complicated. Just a matter of eyeing the blade up once you set it in there. And that center bar rod that goes through the center of the blade, that does the most part. That's going to hold it there. So you're just making sure you take the kink out of it and lining it straight. That's not hard. Anyway, great shave. Dave in Kentucky. Be kind, be safe out there, and hope you enjoy your shaves.